This dude is about to rip Deuce in half. Folks, I'm not exaggerating what I'm saying. Deuce, anytime things start going south, he escapes. Why? Because that's what cowards do. Deuce really picks his targets well. He knows who he can scam. Now, for some reason, he thought I was gonna be a good target, and after I said no, he sued me a few months later. All I want is the money that I had to pay Randy for you to pay. Or Scott. Are you gonna throw Scott under the bus like that? You're a real if you do. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up, It's the Law. Folks, it is finally coming to an end. The end of Deuce. I am absolutely convinced that as I'm recording this video, Deuce Bigelow, I don't know, what do I even call him anymore? BBB, whatever you want to call him, he's packing up his bags. He's donezo, he's gone. He's going back from whence he came before, because he used to live in Connecticut. Then he tried to scam a bunch of people there, probably. I don't know. I have no evidence of that. I'm just assuming because that's just who he is and that's what he does. He scammed Scott Stark. He scammed Lynette. He scammed John. He scammed David Helm. He scammed a lot of people, and I think he is having trouble making ends meet because people don't like to be scammed, and when he's exposed, he has to relocate. This is a very common tactic for scammers and con artists. Believe me, I have first-hand experience with those myself, but we won't talk about that. And he moved to Armenia in 2013. Megan Fox, shout out to you, Megan Fox writer. On August the 28th, 2013, she sent me the article written by Deuce himself. He said that he is moving to Armenia. And he moved to Armenia because that's where his wife is from. I told from the beginning, I knew that they were Armenian. Like, at least she is. I don't know about him, but maybe he's got ancestry, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Who cares? Nobody cares. It's whatever. Whatever your ancestry is. I'm Russian and Jewish, and probably I have some Lithuanian in me, and Ukrainian, and Polish, and I think I'm like 2% Chinese according to my genetics, whatever, which I probably need to delete since they're filing for bankruptcy and selling all of my data. Hooray! But anyway, that's besides the point. Deuce, anytime things start going south, he escapes. Why? Because that's what cowards do. That's what people who have no spine and no testicles do. Men, of course, is what I'm talking about. His wife, I don't know how guilty she is in all of this. She married him, so that's on her. She has to make the decision as to whether or not she wants to stay with him. But I can tell you, folks, that he did it once, he's gonna do it again. In the article, if you read the article, he complains about how it's so difficult to make ends meet. He was a licensed Connecticut attorney back then. He was having a lot of trouble making ends meet and figuring things out and how he's going to pursue a livelihood and a career, etc. in such a dog-eat-dog competitive world, which is all horseshit. He just made it up. There's nothing there. He was lying to people. He was scamming people. He was stealing from people, probably. I have no proof. But it's just, if he does it now, he did it back then. People don't change like that. So in 2013, actually right as I was waiting for my bar results, unbeknownst to me, Deuce relocated to Armenia. And right as I became an attorney and started practicing, he was enjoying cultivating the earth and eating apples and walnuts and whatever else he was doing, enjoying the sunshine, touching grass, and maybe eating it. I don't know. I don't care what he was doing over in Armenia. I doubt he was practicing law because, practicing law in the United States. Can you imagine that phone call? You trying to hire somebody and you get hey, do you have WhatsApp? Can I call you on WhatsApp? I'm sorry, it's an international call. Where are you? I'm in America. Why do you ask? It's ridiculous. It's impossible to run a law firm from an international perspective unless you're going to be incurring really, really high international cost fees, or if you have an unlimited plan or something like that. Or worst case, he's gonna start doing something else. Like I said, I think he needs to just work the earth. I think he would make a great gardener. Maybe he's got a green thumb. He clearly doesn't have a blue thumb, for ink, I guess. I don't know. I just made it up. So maybe he's got a green thumb. Maybe he can grow stuff. in the earth and then eat it, because that's just all about he should be good at, because he's so bad at everything else. I hope he can at least eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want a man to starve to death. That's ridiculous. He's got a family. He's got 2 kids, which we learned are adopted, by the way. So good on him on at least trying to be a model father, although I don't know how far that really got him. But I am convinced. This is being recorded on April the 15th. I'm going to try and probably premiere it on Thursday, April 17th. So hello, future me, and hello, audience watching this. But yeah, I'm absolutely convinced that he might even be gone by tomorrow. He has everything collapsing around him. So let's talk about the latest. What's been going on? So last we checked in on him, he didn't show up to April 3rd. The judge issued a show cause order. Deuce replied to that show cause order. And after he replied to that show cause order, the judge said, I am allowing you to withdraw, but I'm still keeping you on as counsel because I am staying the case for 30 days so they can find a new lawyer, Michelle and John. And at the same time, or unless they're going to represent themselves pro se. And at the same time, I'm still working on the motion for sanctions. What? I am still working on the motion for sanctions? This dude is about to rip Deuce in half. Folks, I'm not exaggerating when I'm saying this. If a federal judge is telling you that I'm not done with you yet, and not only that, I need more time because of how serious and egregious your violation is, directly ignoring a court order, you are not skating by from this one, buddy. The whole macaroni and cheese scandal. You guys remember the macaroni and cheese scandal when he forgot to include a clause. He forgot one clause in his contract. The stupidest thing ever. The stupidest thing ever. It just said, it's supposed to say, I, as the client, understand that I'll be responsible for fines and court costs. That's all it's supposed to say. I understand, as a client, I am going to be responsible for fines and court costs. He forgot to include that clause in his contract, the doofus. And he probably got in trouble with the bar, and the bar was just like, look, take a class and forget about it. And he said, no, I will not take a class. I will not be driving halfway across town, putting my life at risk. This is where we thought, like, is he claustrophobic or is he just stupid? I will not be driving halfway across town. There are bridges and roads and cars, and I could die. I am not going to subject myself. So there was a hearing last year on May 1st, 2024. A disciplinary hearing. We don't know how that hearing turned out. There was another hearing on May 1st, 2025, coming up in 2 weeks. We've received confirmation from my sources that that hearing is real. There is another hearing, and we're going to get that list at the end of the month. So look out for it. I think like the week of, what is it going to be? April 28th, I think, is the last week in April, which bleeds into May. May 2nd is a Friday. And is already May, obviously. And that's Oaks Day. Oaks Day. For those of you who don't know, I'm from Kentucky, obviously. And May 3rd is Derby. May 5th is my birthday. A lot of things, a lot of fun things happening. So he's got the judge coming down on him. He's got sanctions that Stark is going to throw him under the bus at the hearing, which at the time this video premieres will have happened yesterday. Now it's happening tomorrow. And on the 16th, I'm going to be virtually in court appearing to listen to Stark try and weasel his way out of a paper bag. So that's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to that tomorrow, or for you guys, yesterday. And I probably already posted about it. I usually post about it in my community tab. By the way, if you're not subscribed yet, it's free. Just click the button, the subscribe button right below there, and you get to keep up with all the updates that I make. Every single one. And I promise I won't bombard you. Let's get back to the video. So Stark is supposed to appear tomorrow in the Thumbnail 4 case. That's where I'm involved. I'm a defendant. Now the case is over. We're just looking for sanctions against Stark, i.e., Deuce. And so I have absolutely no idea what Stark is thinking. He tried to weasel his way out. He said he had health problems. He said he has got like heart issues. He's got this, he's got that. Now the judge said, bring documentation, buddy. I want to see proof that you have this, because he asked for another continuance and the judge is like, no. You can appear via Zoom. You can be there. Just open up your computer. I am waiting for him to go, my computer's not working. I'm sorry, my system is down. I have to use like a phone. Oh, my phone is not connecting. Like the dude is just full of excuses. Like he's incapable. Anytime like push comes to shove, he just can't do it. When it's time to collect clients' money, oh, he's the first one there. Come on, pay me. Especially his wife. I read some of the reviews, and I think Tug, that umbrella guy, he did a full video on like the reviews that Scott Stark has been receiving. And like I said, Deuce really picks his targets well. He knows who he can scam. Now, for some reason, he thought I was going to be a good target. And that's why in February of 2024, he reached out to me because he saw my video on Judge DeThomas's in the What the Hales case. And he was like, oh my God, Larry's perfect. More corruption. Here you go. And I was like, this is not corruption, dude. This is stupidity. Like, what are you doing? Just go to the class. Just go take care of it. And he's like, no, this is corruption beyond the highest order. And after I said no, he sued me a few months later. Like, Who does that? In a fraudulent lawsuit. That's why we want attorney's fees. We want to get paid. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not looking to rip your head off, man. Your head is already getting ripped off. You don't need me to help. All I want is the money that I had to pay Randy for you to pay. Or Scott. Are you going to throw Scott under the bus like that? You're a real dick if you do. But hey, that's your life. That's his life. I don't get in the middle of that. So that's where we're at. April 16th, Scott is going to have to appear via Zoom at our hearing. I'm going to be there. Or for those of you watching in the future, on the 17th. Yesterday was the hearing, and I've been there, but I have no idea what happened because today is the 15th as I'm recording this. But anyway, basically, we are waiting on trying to figure out what Deuce is going to do, and I'm convinced with the sanctions coming from Bolitho, with the sanctions coming from the Connecticut bar, with the sanctions he's going to incur with the Massachusetts bar, with the sanctions he's going to incur from the district judge in Gainesville, with the sanctions he's going to get against him financially, with the sanctions he's going to get against him that he's going to have contempt of court charges, with the sanctions he's going to get against his pro hac vici status in the federal bar in Florida, which is going to affect his ability to practice in any federal bar across the nation, there's only one option. He cannot flee to another state like he did before. Because see, he went from Connecticut to Armenia. Armenia, Massachusetts started a new life, started scamming more people, probably. Again, I have no proof. It just smells like it. And then, after he is now like completely tarnished his reputation, this was his last hurrah. At 58, 59 years old, however he is, he's approaching 60, so he's getting close to retirement. He doesn't have all that much to lose. Just go to Armenia, go to Georgia, go to wherever. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna retire. He's gonna retire, and he's going to he's gonna have an outstanding warrant. Let me predict the future. This is what's gonna happen. Deuce is gonna have an outstanding warrant for his arrest in the United States of America. And it's going to be either Judge Bolitho or the district judge over there in Gainesville issuing it for his failure to appear. There's going to be a suspension or a disbarment of his license in Connecticut, and which also is going to lead to proceedings in Massachusetts, which will lead him to losing that license. And so he will lose all ability to practice law. It will either be suspended, either for a time or indefinitely until he answers the criminal charges in the future, future criminal charges that will come in Florida because of his continuous failures to appear, because he's a coward, and that's what cowards do. They run when things get hot and heavy. And he's gonna go to Europe, and he's gonna continue trying do his scams from there. He did say, I understand, that he is going to be counsel for Lynette and John just from a distance. He just needs to find his next mark. He needs to find a lawyer that is dumb enough. He needs to find a lawyer that is stupid enough. He needs to find a lawyer that is gullible enough and is going to believe his lies to take on this idiotic case of a case. And then he's going to be like, look, I'll do all the work. All you have to do is sign your name. I promise. It's almost like too good to be true. Sometimes you're going to have to show up to court for me. I can't. I live overseas. He may admit to it. He may not. We'll see. But like I said, it's going to be very interesting when he's like, hey, can I talk to you? Do you have WhatsApp? Oh, it's ridiculous, folks. This is one of the most ridiculous things I have ever had in my entire life. In my entire short 13-year career. That is the craziest thing that I have ever heard of. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this saga will end, because we still have Judge Davis on the Jeremy versus Lynette situation. I think that thing has been completely frozen because there's no way to move it forward. I don't know. I'm so lost and confused at this point that I just hope that things continue to get interesting and evolve, and eventually Jeremy will get the closure that he needs. Because I really want to see him go back to his Storage Wars videos and digging up dinosaur bones videos and digging up whatever, arrowheads. Those arrowheads are so cool. Are you kidding? Did you see the arsenal of things that Jeremy found in his own backyard just from digging around, just from sifting through stuff? People like that kind of content. Many people don't enjoy the drama in the Lynette saga. So I feel for you, Jeremy, and I hope things are going to get better for you. But until then, I will see you guys in Florida. I won't be coming this time around because I have to appear in court myself here, and I have a jury trial that I'm preparing to hear myself. And so, yeah, there's going to be a lot more content, you guys. If you guys need a trial lawyer, by the way, don't forget to call our firm, 1-844-774-HURT. And trial lawyers are always standing by. I'm one of them, to help you with your case, because trial lawyers get more money. And that's us. That's what we do. Not only that, you're also, understand this, you guys, the viewers, are going to see some of my trials. Actually, like me going to court, going to trial. It's on my channel. I have tons of them. If you don't know, I don't just report current events anymore. That was the first gig I ever did. I was posting just jury trials. I never reported on the news at all. This happened after the Johnny Depp trial. I expanded my empire, my YouTube empire. And there are going to be, I have like 5, you guys. I have 5, and I have 5 more in tow, and there are going to be more over the coming months and years, of course, as I continue to practice law and try cases. I love trying cases. Trying cases is so much fun. It's so interesting. You get to save people's careers and lives, and you get to have fun doing it. You get to teach a jury something. You get to explain something to a jury. You get to teach a judge. You get to put a prosecutor in her place. You get to put a cop in their place. There's nothing better. There's nothing more exciting than to destroy a prosecutor and a police officer in open court. Especially if you get a biased judge on top of it. Oh, my God. You're going to be on cloud 9. That drive home, you guys, it's like, oh, it's the best feeling in the world. Best feeling in the world. So, with that said, I'm looking forward to how the Trespass 5 case is going to unfold. The David Helm et al. Case is going to unfold. The Deuce sanctions that are coming from all directions are going to unfold, and his fleeing to Armenia. And of course, Scott Stark and his attempts to sabotage court hearings and continuing them. And Judge Davis had enough of it, and he said, no, we're done here. Like David Yannetti, we're done here. To Matthew McCabe. Oh, God, I can't wait for trial number 2. So keep your eyes peeled for more Karen Reed content, both old and new. We're going to finish up that saga. We still have Allie McCabe, Guarino, Brian Albert, and Barros, and a couple others. And then opening statements by Alan Jackson. I'm going to analyze those. And afterwards, we are going to move into the cross-examination of witness number 1 in the Karen Reed case. Enough said. And in between, I'm going to be releasing more content, so be on the lookout, you guys. I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.